Here from Raleigh, North Carolina, top 25 Clemson found their offense in game one. 17 runs for the Tigers. Gorgeous Saturday at Dale Softball Stadium. Clemson battling for a top 3 spot. NC State wanting to make the ACC tournament with a month to go. For the former Syracuse standout, Faith Kane, I'm Evan Budrovich. Clemson head coach John Rittman. He loves lollipops and he loves blowouts. His offense is coached.
Wasn't having their back, and that is such a tough spot to be in as a pitcher.
Brown out to center. This ball's carrying, and what a start to the first inning. Third bomb for Alex Brown, who's a hit machine in the series. I'm going to take the over.
And that's what you love to have out of your, with that big home run, that pitch a little bit inside, and Brown doing a really good job keeping her hands inside, getting that barrel through, and just taking it right up the middle to the, I should say the deepest part of the ballpark, but this ballpark is 200 all the way around, but absolutely crushing it.
Alex Brown 2 years ago had an inside the park homer for Carolina in career stolen bases in her Clemson history. Her speed might play a factor here as this ball is feathered to center. Good coverage by Ellie Goins, and all of a sudden 2 hard hit balls to start this game. DH'd yesterday, works behind the plate as Julia Noller works on the ground. There's the defense he talked about. Good play by Tegan Thrunk.
You can see just the way that she carries herself. She doesn't carry herself like a freshman. She steps into the batter's box every game just with that mentality. Like, she's an upperclassman. She's a leader and still working that off speed as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see it right here.
Facing the Clemson catcher, Abby Vieira, who goes to left. And Tori Ensley's there to make the play. Not before Alex Brown hits her first home run here in Raleigh. In the #1 spot in Coach Leftwich's order.
And that just tells you how much trust that Coach Leftwich has in Tarpey. And
will test Tarpey's legs. That's a quick transition. Nice hands from Maddie Moore at second base.
She's really going to utilize that defense. This is very similar to what we're seeing out of Gore. These two are kind of perfect for that matchup. They throw similar.
There's that nasty changeup. 2 quick outs for Brooke McCubbin.
And
even in its young infancy of this Clemson program, 6 years in, a lot of things done right. And there's a walk to put a player on for NC State.
And that's
this initial graduating class. All those players, 5 years, tremendous careers, making supers and then regional runs. And that changeup from McCubbin, she's the one constant returning for the Tigers. Filling out her void in the circle with a nice start. Game now for Clemson as a true freshman. And what a start to this series. When Gore back to work in the second, off her glove, nice self-defense. Wynn's got a hustle and makes a tremendous play. Good hand-eye coordination between Tori and Taylor in the corner outfield spots. One of 15 sister duos in D1 softball. There's a good strikeout, and Gore's got 2 down.
show your stuff and step in and try to earn your spot.
And she hit the home run, right? Her 12th start yesterday. It shows you can make an impact. Here's Massey at third, her first action, and a nice defensive play in the debut start for Taryn Massey. Battle of freshmen early here.
They're on this losing streak right now.
As that'll allow Bordeaux to reach. A good at bat and a leadoff runner on. And one of the rare leadoff runners on the weekend for NC State sets up Tori Ensley. And Tori bunts, deadens it perfectly. Nice throw from Vieira, the two-year starter behind the plate. Abby covers so much ground back there.
And you could tell she just...
Runner in scoring position here for NC State. Massey tests Brown. Good recovery, but a bobble at first. Noller's able to keep her ball on the glove there, so there's an out. Not the perfect play, but two away. Bats of the Tigers, so here's a big RBI chance. Drunk on the ground. Good response by Noller to pick that clean. And Alex Brown helps Clemson get out of the jam.
Into Clemson and has really made her mark.
And that's why this Clemson team, 7 runs a game. That's top 15 in the country. There's a base hit for the 9-hole hitter. Very fitting, wearing number 9, turning the lineup for Jamison Brock. This lineup, Alex Brown, who's in the top 10 in the ACC in doubles, hit her 3rd home run of the year to start this game. Now bunts, just avoids the bat and avoids everybody. She's safe, beating out Ellie Whitaker behind the plate because of that in her senior season.
Well, in the beginning of this season, when Clemson was struggling, they definitely missed her in the top of this lineup. She was out for 5 games.
Thrunk unable to turn 2, but the fielder's choice puts 1st and 3rd now for Clemson. And you're right, part of runner takes off, throw cut off, and Maddie Moore with that steal, now 46 stolen bases. So she ties Mackenzie Clark for the program record for now.
And
or being precise and misses low and away. So a bases loaded jam, and the talented freshman Macy Centrone comes up.
They haven't seen you today. Yes, they saw you yesterday, but right away going after that strike zone.
Centrone to 3rd. This has to be a tag, and it's applied. Taryn Massey stepping up in her Wolfpack debut. Interference. Well, the call will stand. Out at the plate. So a nice double play. That's where the Wolfpack are special. They lead. On the ground is short. And Collins makes a nice play. This is a young Clemson defense up the middle, but they've been really solid this year between Collins and Moore.
Over there at shortstop.
Tarpey on the ground. McCubbin helping herself out. That bear paw really beneficial right there. Sticking it in the ground to grab it.
To me, that almost looked a little bit slow motion when she came up and grabbed that ball, but
Lily Backus and so many great arms at Clemson now gets her opportunity to be a weekend rotation and delivers a beauty. That breaking pitch has been dynamic. 3 Ks for McCubbin. She hit a home run, part of a 6-run comeback late, and the Tar Heels split that doubleheader in Chapel Hill. Here's an aggressive swing from Abby Vieira and a leadoff hit for Clemson. 4 hits on the day.
Relies so much on the long ball, so the big home run, but he says now he feels like they can produce anyway, and that's what we saw yesterday.
Good breaking pitch for the strikeout. Vieira does advance. Collins is retired. And that was John Rittman's quote. Our balance is... So Sam Minish, who was a strikeout victim her first time up. Now goes fishing, back-to-back Ks for Maxton. And the runner breaks for 3rd. In time, Vieira with good speed. A big deep breath from NC State's workhorse, Carly Maxton. And now 1-1. Poke to left. Good positioning and an RBI knock for Pipkins. What an electric weekend for Taylor Pipkins. Now 2 hits and 2
and she was able to sit on it and just able to lift. You see that she got it from off the end of the bat, so she still was early, but the fact that she was able to extend through, use that power, and just get it to drop in that one spot no one ever wants the ball to go to.
But it all counts the same in the scorebook, you know?
Exactly.
6th RBI for Taylor. Now Jamison Brockenbrough. Runner takes off. Just a bit late on the throw from Whitaker.
And she's really been able to turn this pitching staff around.
Let's see what Page dials up. 3-1. There's a hit by pitch.
I don't think that was the game plan, or react fast enough to that.
So the battle continues. Brown to 3rd, now to short. Everyone's safe. And there was some confusion there with the runner and the defense, but the bases are loaded. Off the end of the bat. Well, that makes it easy. Right on the base for Taryn Massey. Clemson strands 3, but adds a run. 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. So there's a walk. So So coming up next Thursday, big baseball series, Virginia. That ball sneaks away. Simmers slides in safe. Impact. Hannah Church unloads. Tie game.
What a big swing for Hannah Church. She leads this team with home runs for a reason, and she has so much power. That pitch on the outside corner from McCubbin, and Church, that ball up in the zone, keeping her hands up high and just rips it. She is tied up this game. This is a huge momentum shift for NC State. They are back in this game.
And here I thought service was on Sunday. Hannah Church with a huge chance to hit the refresh here in the fourth. Another drive, Bordeaux, that will stay in the yard. Not the same launch angle, and a line out to center.
What's tough is even when you are in games and you're down by 2 or down by 10, you should still have that same energy no matter what. And that is so tough to have, especially.
And now gets her second at bat. Massey to short. Good toss. Nice turn, double play. 13th time Clemson's turned a double play, but a brand new game thanks to the DH conference. Pokes one to second, and there's Tegan Thrunk allowed out.
Steps into the batter's box, just that mentality, the aura that she's giving off when she steps in. It's not like a freshman, again, a leader, and you don't usually see that out of your freshman players.
If you have aura, you're Gen Z. Another 0-2. Another fight. That's fair. On the line into the corner. Scooped up by Ensley. An allowed double for Abby Vieira. Maxton's 3-1. Earns a walk, and the bases are loaded for Sam Minish. Maxton's 1-1. A bunt! Popped up! Maxton the catch. Diffusing the squeeze.
And that's exactly what you do not.
Here's the 3-2. That stays down, and Clemson on the board. An RBI for Pipkins makes it 3-2.
And Pipkins doing a really good job of just being patient at the plate. You know when there's
second and third, one out. Maxton's limited to 1 run. She gets out of it with 1 run. Good fastball to end the threat. Clemson, though, on the board with a walk. Walk with us to the bottom of the 5th. We got plenty more. 3 strikeouts early for Brooke. She's walked 2 and then given up a home run since. Good pitch there. There's a punch out. So right on cue, McCubbin finds her K.
And I love the setup there. She went hard inside, went with that off speed.
And ever since that home run for Hannah Church, much more competitive at bats from the Wolfpack, who look to break a liner to left. That one hit hard, but right at the new left fielder out there for Kylie. Tarpey the other way. This is dangerous, and lofts in there for a base hit. Her expression running to first kind of tells the story right there.
I loved it. And then she just came across her helmet too with that
Pack lineup. Because of swings like that, roped into the gap. Tarpey on her horse. Tarpey gets the breaks with a 2-out double.
in this game with that pitch.
3-2, back up the middle. What a snag. Collins, safe. Tie game again. Quality AB from the true freshman.
And Simmers just gets better and better as a freshman. She battled in the batter's box, and that pitch on the outside corner, she didn't do too much with it, just was able to get a hard ground ball. But I also got to give it up to Marion Collins for Clemson. That big dive and almost had a chance to get Simmers out over at first base, but we got a tie ball game. This is
for now. This call is challenged. Church to short. Collins off her glove. The Wolfpack get a lucky bounce for a 4-3 lead. The 2-2. Fought to right. Bordeaux tests the wall. Good coverage by Pipkins. Alex Brown awaiting the 3-0 pitch. And takes another walk. 27 free passes for Alex. That's a 6th walk for the Tigers. Big strength of the offense today. Until now, line drive center. See you later. Clemson Tigers back in front here in the 6th.
And Maddie Moore doing what she does best. But I want to bring note, playing softball at this moment. She was playing golf. That ball low in the zone, and also look at this big bat flip as she comes down the line. She was carrying that bat all the way. She knew it was gone right when she hit it, but so low in the zone, and she was able to park.
Nola on the ground. Here's Tegan Thrunk. And one out here in the 6th. You're right, because Moore hit a ball that was out of the zone for her 11th home run. That was a really impressive swing.
Tech, Clemson, then they're going to play North Carolina, then Duke. So it doesn't get easier.
Cintrone ropes one hopping the wall. That's a good throw in from center, and Ellie Goins prevents a double.
This team to step up and win a series. I mean, that's exactly what she wants, because that's the type of coach she is.
So Tarpey throws it to second, does not touch the bag, so just one out there. 2 outs in the inning. And the 3-2 sneaks through the hole. Thrunk takes it back, late to first, back to third, safe as well. Vieira and Collins, the speedsters. Whiteside's off her hands. Space for Massey, makes the catch. Her debut start at third base, and it's been darn near brilliant for Taryn Massey. And how about the Clemson offense jumping in front? It's here at Dale Softball Stadium. The 2-2. Good snag, and Reese is all over it. Right in the game, makes the play.
Basinger really able to field her position. Offense can help as well.
Massey has grounded out twice today. Collects a base hit. So on cue, Wolfpack going to their bench here in game 2 and get a base hit from Massey, her 2nd career single. Another 2-2. Marbury up the middle, robbed of a base hit, and off the bag for a double play. So Brockenbrough gets one. Nice effort in center. Right now the difference, the Maddie Moore home run. Can the rally hammer join the party? Maybe not. Punch out for Reese Basinger. And the veteran senior arm gets out of a threat.
And being able to come back and stay this close in this game.
Taylor Pipkins with a nice shot to left. A 2-hit game for the true freshman. Good snag by the pitcher. There's one. That's it, but a nice fielder's choice turn by Wyman. Three lead changes in the last 3 innings, and now Brown, who's reached base every time, back up. Goes the other way. This will drop in, and then safe at second base. Very close. Remember, that's a bang. Tries it there, popped up right. This is carrying. Maddie Moore has left the building. breaks the stolen base record and pounds 2 home runs for the Clemson Tigers.
And look at the excitement coming out. It felt like it just glided out into left field, but she let that ball get deep. It was up in the zone, and that ball left over the white, and she took advantage.
Flex on him, Maddie Moore. 2 home runs, now 1 shy of the team lead. And that goal for 3 with a walk tonight. And there's a punch out. The unfortunate part here for NC State, you have a case that maybe there was an times tonight, and she could be a big arm tomorrow in game 3. Pops this up. Nice coverage by Ellie Goins back out there in center. A home run, though, for Maddie Moore. Makes it 8.
And one thing that Basinger is so good at is making her pitches look like balls as well. And when I say that, that's a big strikeout for Basinger there. And again, with that rise ball. But she has coming into this game.
And that looks to close out this series in Raleigh. There's a hit by pitch, so hold on a second. Life for the Pack in the 7th. Back here in the 7th. That continues. Simmers to left. That one's gone. 2-run game in the 7th.
And what an adjustment for Simmers. A big-time swing for the freshman coming through.
One of the best
speed pitch thrown by Basinger, and Simmers doing a really good job sitting back and just lifting it up over that wall. But this freshman is not playing like a freshman right now. She is a key component to this lineup. And
Basinger, big 3-2 pitch. Line drive center. Hannah Church clears the yard. 1-run game. Home run party in Raleigh.
Coach Leftwich has to be so excited about the fight that this team is giving. You have freshman Simmers come up. Big home run, now down by 2, and then Hannah Church following it up with another home run. Basinger missing on the outside corner on the white of that plate, but Hannah Church deep right into center field, showing off her power. She's a home run leader for a reason. And we now have a 1-run ball game here in the bottom of the 7th.
Remember, it was a 3-week dry spell for Hannah Church. No line here in game 2. Another payoff pitch. Misses down, tying runner on. Macy Centrone warming up. Tori Ensley, base hit. What is happening here in the 7th? 6 combined runs and chaos. To the 7th, we got an entertaining finish. Brooke McCubbin back into pitch. And a ground ball could end the game. There's out, second out at second base. Collins, a bang play. So now the tying runs at third. It was 8-4 entering the bottom of the 7th. Now the 0-2. Line center. Robbed. Brockenbrough secures the series for the Tigers.
You have to give a round of applause to this NC State softball team. They were able to battle back after having that massive run rule yesterday on them, and they came so close, battled here in the bottom of the 7th, down by 4 runs, was able to put 3 on the board. But for Clemson, I gotta say, the story of the day, Maddie Moore stepping up so big, 2 big home runs, and in key moments to help take the lead here for the Clemson Tigers.
The Maddie Moore Show. She's now the all-time stolen base leader.